she can't keep getting away with this. All of the little hints, all of the subtle teasing, the little lines that make you go, huh. Deep has a direct connection with Neon. I am 96% now convinced that this is the case. We now have a pattern. Deep associates tend to have white-ish hair. Nayuta has made this clear. So far, we have 2 Deep members with white hair, or something close to it. Neon also has white hair, but many other characters have white hair in this game. That's not good enough. What other patterns have we noticed? Both Deep associates have something going on with their eyes, whether it's having special glasses and not seeing the eyes at all because it's covered, or Nayuta's case, it's almost like they're telling us something with how bad she is with navigating. Like she can clearly see things or maybe sense things. You can attribute her lack of sense and direction to the fact that it's no secret that she's a projection. Reddit warriors have already translated what's written on her clothes. So combining that with how she disappeared into the wind after getting decapitated and reappearing with her Pioneer squad mates, it's almost certain that she's physically not there. This could explain why it's so hard for her to navigate or see what's going on. Okay, enough of all this. None of this matters, at least compared to what we saw. You know how the gang went down and they were trying to liberate the MILF with the titty veins that, you know, it was really hard to focus because they were in your face all the time. And you were like, oh, this is a NIKKE character. This is exactly what you would imagine a NIKKE NPC would look like. Viper and EH have to hold off the scumbags and they're fighting them. Neon goes to the very back, to the very last room to find Mrs. Miss. Incredible name. So they liberate her and they all kind of meet up in the hall. And then that guy, what's his name, Carlson, he shows up and he has a grenade. And he's getting serious. It's an anti-NIKKE grenade. It's not looking good. Someone might get seriously hurt. EH, the mastermind of Heavenly Ascension, sits there contemplating. She thinks, oh, this is really bad. This scene is what made my jaw drop. She's like panicking. She's like, Jackal, help us out here. I can't help out. Neon is like, we're good, don't worry. So she's starting to panic a little bit. She doesn't have an idea what to do. Without hesitation, no hesitation at all, she comes up with this. So this scenario, you would imagine the 2 Enikk NIKKEs would be like, okay, these 2 are culprits, we need to eliminate them. I imagine they kill anyone saying anything. No, it doesn't matter. As long as you say something along the lines of destroying the Ark. Before I go any further, we have to talk about the 2 new entities. I don't even know what they are. Cyborgs, androids that have been created under Enikk's image. We don't really know what these are. We can't quite call them NIKKEs because we don't know if a human brain has been implanted in them. They might not have nymph. They might not have the code that allows them to discern between humans and NIKKE, humans and raptures, NIKKEs and raptures, all that, right? They don't have any of that. They don't discern at all. They will fight anything. Their only code is to kill anything that harms the Ark or can potentially harm the Ark. That isn't a NIKKE. Enikk has taken the "this is why we can't have nice things" approach after the terrorist attack on the Ark. She said, this is enough. And I don't think she did that because she cares about the citizens of the Ark, the humans. No, she knows there's something more important than that. Come on, she 100% knows about the ultra-massive core. She probably knows something about Missilis and their crazy experiments that she needs to protect. Something is there that it's way more important than any of the humans, which is why she created these 2 NIKKEs. This is further proven by the fact that she negotiated with Chatterbox all those times. Remember that? This isn't about humanity. This is about the Ark. Okay, so back on track. Neon. She knows a couple things that the others don't. Number 1, she's part of the counters. The counters are the face of the Ark. So Neon realizes this, and she uses that to her advantage to save Carlson. Flash of light. Keep this in mind. Flash of light. This keeps appearing for certain characters. No hesitation, Neon executes her plan. Nobody's in this plan, by the way. None of the other guys that are experts, EH, Vipers, these guys have no idea what's going on. They're just standing back watching the scene unfold. Neon, by herself, does this whole maneuver, blinding light. Keep it in mind, blinding light. Fills the hallway. Here's the flash of light that we've seen before. I wonder from who. She saves him. He gets knocked out unconscious. The grenade has not been pulled. Now there's this part that you might have glossed over. It's after the fact that the 2 NIKKEs sit there and they glare at her. They look at her and they look at her for a long time. These guys, instead of continuing their onslaught, they just look at her. They're just staring at her. Why? Why would they just like stare at this character? This could mean that they're studying Neon and currently figuring, oh yeah, this is a Counters member. We probably shouldn't fuck with this. It could be that. It could be, in addition to, that they realize, oh shit, this is a member of Deep. We definitely don't want to fuck with her. Okay, goodbye, right? Because they fuck off after. They're gone. Now, with this observation, with this theory, I'm basically asserting that Enikk knows who Neon is, the real identity of Neon, which means she also knows what Deep is, and she's heavily connected. I can't really prove that. Enikk hasn't been in the story all that much, especially as of late, but it is peculiar. We're going back to pattern finding. It is peculiar to see that the way that these NIKKEs fight is by vaporizing their opponents, to do a flash of light. Now, where have we seen this flash of light ability before? This doesn't happen all the time, this flash of light thing. It only happens with certain characters. Nayuta, when she does her flash of light to cure the throats of the retards, and Deep, her flash of light to combine Red Hood and Rappy, and I think to even knock out Red Hood in the process. Now, you might be thinking, bro, it's just a flash of light. It's a way to convey something that happened on the screen, which, yes, you're correct. This is me going full schizo mode on this. I understand. Is it really that much of a coincidence that every Deep associate, someone that has something to do with Deep, they always have an ability of a flash of light, Neon flashing her glasses? It's a very subtle pattern, but they're trying to tell us something. Now, Neon says, they ask her, how does she pull this off? And she just, oh, I know how Enikk thinks. Bro, you've barely interacted with Enikk. Very few scenes have you had with Enikk. How can you figure out how someone's thinking? Has Neon ever spoken to Enikk? I don't think she has a single line towards her. Actually, it was only around here during the Nihilister fight. Can we confirm that, Peyton? Someone confirm that she has never had a single line? Because then this, what I said, becomes even more true. That she has never interacted with Enikk, yet she knows how she thinks. Yes, there's the whole thing where it's like Enikk is very logical. You can kind of predict what she wants, but this could have an underlining meaning. It never says Neon is in the room in chapter 4. Okay. Now hold on here. Neon and the Counters do get summoned by Enikk in chapter 24 to discuss the alpha particle situation in MMR. This is right before Nihilister breaks Indivilia 3. So take this entire argument about Neon having personal history with Enikk with a grain of salt. It can't be a coincidence that Neon just so happens to break off from the Counters to go by herself, which is something she never does, goes off on her own, goes to the Outer Rim to find a client that might help Anise. Now, that could be something that she genuinely wants to do, but maybe there's some program or code in her brain that's like, actually, that's just a secondary objective. Your real objective here is to figure out what the hell is going on. For some reason, Neon decides to take this mission on her own, even though she's supposed to be helping her friend, that she wants to change her objective all of a sudden. It can't be a coincidence that she meets with Enikk's two new NIKKEs, Endless and Eternity. She meets with Viper, she meets with EH, makes friends with them, or at least gets in contact with them. And then she also encounters Liverin. It can't be a coincidence that she follows a path illuminated by her specialized glasses that leads her to a blocked wall that she has to physically break, suggesting that Liverin did not go this way, so she's lost Liverin, continues onward without question straight to the elevator leading to the deepest level of the Deep sector. No alarms, no alpha particle defense mechanisms. Her glasses find the most restricted zone in the arc just like that. At this point, Neon has done basically nothing in the story. Why now? Why is it now when the commander's abilities have awakened, when we start talking about the Queen Gene? It also just so happens that Nayuta gets introduced to the commander when Neon isn't with him. Of all the times we could have met this character, it's when Neon isn't with us. I think the devs can do something really funny here, is when they finally make the big reveal of what Neon really is, that she has nothing to do with Deep. So me and all these other guys look like complete morons. And it's not like they did it just to troll us. No, they've been planning this reveal for a long time. And they're like, no, she's not Deep, you idiots. Now, if they do that, I'm going to be severely depressed, maybe disappointed, but I'll have a good laugh. Thank you to the channel supporters and everyone else that contributed to the live stream, giving me all that information. Appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.